Race number 3 is the first leg of the first double trio. 1,400 metres is the trip here. It's a Class 3 contest headed by Biz Power, who's third in his last start. He gets up to the 1,400 metres. A big price then as well. Beauty Trust makes his Hong Kong debut. He's 2 from 2 from Australia. Go Public also makes his debut. He's a 2-time winner in Australia. Diamond Dragon was a course and distance winner 2 starts back. Joe Mirror jumps on board the Creative. Volatation's a 4-time course and distance winner. Energetic Class goes up in class. And the Sylph, we see him during the daytime. He's normally at Happy Valley under the lights.
All right, let's have a look at the speed map here. And maybe Volatation, who's quite a well-rated horse, could be vying for the lead. I think Mickey Rich will charge forward from barrier 14, stepping up to the longer trip, and may even head them off. He trialled particularly well leading into his debut performance. Couldn't really get into that race. And Trepix trialled well leading into this, although he was pushed on final stages. But he potentially can box seat. Healthy, Joyful. If he gets the 1x2 there, it's a good spot for him.
Biz Power in a good race last time at a massive price, as you mentioned. It was over, well, close to 100 to 1. But I don't think it was a fluke, and he's come through that race okay. And here's his piece of work here, nice and quiet for him. Mickey Rich, the one you're talking about, he's only had the 1 start. He's moving nice. He's the one closest to us, just working with a Class 5 horse, but working okay. There's no problems with him. He seems to be moving well and coming out of the race. And the Creative caught the eye at his last start. Joe Moreira is aboard. Karis Teaton was aboard last start. And he should go well, and his track work's been good, and so should suggest that.
Didn't get a lot of luck, did he? But Moreira on board is interesting booking. Right, we'll start off with Biz Power and his last start. There at the back of the field, and just sort of tips away up the inside. All the action's down the outside. That's where the winner is, Radiant Steed, but just slowly creeps up there for 3rd spot. Yeah,
the former Italian galloper made some impression, didn't he, in his 2nd start. Of course, he was a 4-year-old that was potentially vying for a spot in the Classic Mile. It's probably come up a little bit quickly for him, and his rating's not quite there, but this was an encouraging run. The one thing that went against him for me in this race, I didn't think there was a huge amount of pace, and if he's back like that, he might struggle.
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of pace in that race, wasn't there? So, look, I threw him in on a minor line because I didn't think it was a fluke, and his work since has been okay.
All right, that's Biz Power for Michael Freedman and Douglas White. Conti will run later on the programme with a very short price favourite. We're looking at Healthy, Joyful. Chase him home last time.
Yeah, I think this, we looked at the speed map. If he gets the 1x2, he had the 1x1 here on the back of Conti. If he gets the 1x2 and he can peel out and sprint like he did here, he'd probably take a fair bit of beating. I mean, there's no Conti in this race, so if you take Conti out of this, he wins quite nicely.
Yeah, and Danny Shum's got a good record with these horses that have been placed, and they come out and they do well with their next start, so he can train them on okay. And as you say, if he reproduces that, he'll go well.
He only got a point for that. I thought that was pretty lean. So, yeah, he's probably the hardest to beat on the
friendly handicapper.
He's always friendly, the handicapper.
Healthy choice by Husson as well, in actual fact. Same as Nothing I Like More. All right, next one we're going to have a look at is Happy Valley. It's Energetic Class, so it goes up in class as a result of this. It's a Class 3 anyway, someone who's struggled in the past, I suppose.
Yeah, look, I snuck him in because he does go well at Sha Tin as well. Some of his runs there have been pretty good. He did run a really nice 2nd a few starts ago behind Classic Emperor. Look, I'll put him in on a minor line and for 4th because I think he's quite an honest horse.
He's sort of been one grade, other grade, hasn't he? I left him out, but he's if he goes back into 4, I'll be very interested there.
Yeah, he was in, but then he got bumped out of 4th spot. But one more to have a look at. We touched on, we should touch on Beauty Trust in a second, but Go Public. He's had a couple of trials coming into this. Same name when he raced in Australia.
Yep, won at Ballarat before he came to Hong Kong, and also at Echuca, so 2 provincial Victorian wins. Not from me. I'm happy to sit back and watch him. I think, you know, the trial was okay, finished 3rd, but the horse that went past him there was hardly doing anything really, and he was being pushed on. So I'm happy to shop elsewhere at the moment.
Yeah, he's been slow away in both his trials too. He's been pushed on afterwards. £1,059. The other first starter quickly, I don't think is ready either. Beauty Trust, he was tailed off in his trial.
All right, that was Classic Emperor in that trial as well. He was a fair way back on the rail, but training aids. Anyway, Paul, who do you like here?
The Creative, I thought, was very unlucky at his last start and did catch the eye when he hit the line. So we'll put him on top. Intrepix won a trial recently. He was pushed out, but it was a very quick time. So that was interesting as well. And he's come up pretty short in Trepic, $5.40. I consider him as a long shot, but he's definitely not a long shot price here. I think he can run well. Biz Power, no fluke. Energetic Class, I just put it in front of Healthy Joyful, but Healthy Joyful should run well. I went 10, 9, 1 and 13.
I'm going to go with Healthy Joyful. I think that form behind Conti looks terrific, and if he can get a nice run in transit, peel out and sprint like he did at his last outing, this is generally the class where he does his best work. He's been competitive at the bottom of 2 before, but Class 3 is where he wins. Intrepid for the same reasons as Paul. I'll make Mickey Rich, Andrew's horse, to follow from his last start. I think he can roll to the front here and give a bit of cheek. So with no real pace, he might run a better race. I expect him to do that. His trials were very good leading into his debut. And the Creative will be getting back and running on, but he might give away a start. 294, happy to play the QQP 249.
Yeah, not much different from me, but I'm with the Creative here. I think no luck at all last time out. That's race number 3.